In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the carbon brushes in your Makita trim router. And if you have a CNC router that has the Makita trim router attached to it, you definitely want to pay attention to this and do this as a preventive maintenance, because these trim routers are not necessarily designed for the long-term runs that CNC routers are designed to do. Spindles are designed for that, but not these guys. They just get attached to the machines because they're inexpensive, easy to design into the machine, and they reduce the price of the overall machine. So if you have a LongMill, Onefinity, Shapeoko, Millwright, X-Carve, or any unit that has the Makita trim router on it, you're going to want to replace the carbon brushes on them periodically ahead of the game. So what the carbon brushes do is they pass the current into the armature, which is spinning, and they rub on that armature and pass the current into the armature to create the magnetic field that makes the motor run at a high torque. But if those brushes start to get worn down in the wrong way, now they can't pass as much current into the machine and you start to lose torque. And the thing starts to sound like it's grinding or it just has lost power. Another thing, when we're replacing that brushes, we do want to check for something else, because there can be another reason why your Makita is not up to speed, or like it's losing power. And that's because it's getting buildup on the armature where the brushes are making contact. So we want to check for that too. I'll show you what to look for when we're replacing the brushes. If you don't, these things can burn out right in the middle of a carve. I've had two of them burn out on me. It's what we call giving up the ghost. It just stops and it smokes and it stinks really bad. So if you have a Makita on your machine, you definitely want to replace these brushes on a pretty regular basis, really depending on how often you use it, but you don't want your Makita to get to a point where it feels like it's really trying to work. You'll hear the difference in it. So you can get replacement brushes at idcwoodcraft.com. I'll list that down below. Also, if you have to get deep into this, I've created a video about total overall maintenance on this, where you have to take it apart and get all the sawdust out of it. You might have to do that every once in a while if you have it on your CNC router. So a lot of explanation here, but I want to make sure you understand the importance of doing this when you have a Makita trim router, because you don't want this thing to burn out right in the middle of a carve. All right, so let's get into replacing these carbon brushes. When you get the brushes, they should always come in a pack of 2. And they look just like this. So there's the carbon contact surface. This is what's actually in touch with the armature. And then this is connected to an electrical component inside the machine that passes the electricity into the brush and into the armature. So to replace these, they are going to go behind these black caps right here. There's always going to be 2 of them. And of course, the first thing you want to do is unplug the Makita trim router. Now, this is my freehand one because I still have one on my LongMill there. So you want to take the trim router out of your machine first, and then unscrew that cap. You're going to use a larger flathead screwdriver and make sure you put your pieces somewhere where you're not going to lose them. And then you look inside, you can see there's a little metal contact. So we're going to grab that and pull that out. Now we can see the difference between a new one and the old one. So the new one is going to rub itself down into that rounded shape very quickly, and then it's going to rub on the armature. Now once we get that off, you want to get a flashlight and look inside of here. This is going to be kind of tricky. But you see a little shiny area down inside? That is the armature. Now I'm going to spin the armature and you can see that it's moving around. What we're looking for in here is a lot of black buildup. That would be like carbon buildup or shellac kind of buildup that's starting to create a contact surface interruption or insulator that's going to create a problem. Now this one looks in good shape, so I'm not going to take this one apart. So what we're going to do is just simply take this new brush and we'll fit it into that little rectangle, and that's going to be a little tricky to get in there, but you get it in there. And then you want to take your cap, and then we'll just push that in and get it started. And then take your screwdriver and screw it back in. All right, and we don't have to crank it down really tight, just snug so it stops. There it is, it just stops. And then you'll replace the second one the same way. And we just want to take a look at this brush and see if there's anything up with that brush. So this spring is down in there. So we're going to just work it out. Come on, baby. There we go. And this brush actually looks in good shape as well. So we'll just put the other one in. Don't try to force it in. Just work it. It will fit. But sometimes it's just a little tricky to get that put into it. And once you get that started, don't over torque it, but you want to get it down until it stops. Then plug the unit in and then turn it on. I just plugged it in. Now let it run for just a moment, let those brushes settle in and get shaped and formed to the armature. This trim router sounds really good now, but the thing is, it sounded really good before I changed the brushes. What I just did was preventive maintenance. These brushes that were in there are worn about halfway down now, so it's a good time to replace them. It's better than having this thing stall out on you and burn out right in the middle of a carve. Remember, these brushes are something, it's an inexpensive maintenance and it's preventive, and especially if you are running your CNC in production with a Makita router, you definitely want to have those brushes changed out on a schedule. You can get those at idcwoodcraft.com. Like I said, I'll link it down below. And remember, if you're using that thing, this Makita trim router quite a bit, I got a deep dive video that takes it apart and shows you everything to maintain it inside the thing, like pull the whole guts out. I'll link that video down below as well. If this was helpful, give me a thumbs up and a comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. idcwoodcraft.com